Here, my title is How to Optimize the Blockchain Browser to Create a Programmatic Highlight. And I will introduce this in these three sides. First is basic business. Second is technology optimization. And at last, I will introduce TRONSCAN's future plan. Here, I will use TRONSCAN as an example during my presentation. Okay, first, let's start with basic business. As for a browser, the basic business, we can divide it into three sets. First is basic work. The second is statistical work. And third is user interaction. And first, for the basic work, before we display the data, we should collect the data from the full node or the solidity node. Here in TRONSCAN, all the data are from full node or solidity node, and we bring this data into our database. And as these data, it is hard to read, so we will process this data and pass the data to make it readable, and classify and store this data in our databases. And at last, we will display our data during the different APIs. And as for how to display the data, here we have three sides to display this data. First, a blockchain browser should display the basic data. Here, for example, the homepage of TRONSCAN. Here we show the block, the transactions of the TRON network. And also we can get the address information, contract information, and all the other basic data in TRON network. Second, as a blockchain browser, it should have rich display form. Here, if you query and address information from full node or solidity node, you can only get the TRC turn, the balance, and the TRX balance, but you can't get the transactions, transfers, or the internal transaction and its votes for this address. So here in TRONSCAN's address table, you can see various tables, just like the token balances, and transactions and transfers. And this is the rich display form for TRONSCAN addresses. And third is the filter transactions function here. Also for the transactions from an address, here you can get multi-dimensional filtering on specific address transactions, just like transaction type, transaction status, and their transaction tokens. I think these three is the basic data we should display for our users. And next is the statistical work. The statistical work here, I divide them into four parts. First is the homepage graph, and also I called it a basic statistics. Here, you can get the account increase. Account increase, the contract triggers from here. So this is all the basic statistics data from TRONSCAN. And next is the top statistics. Here are the accounts or tokens, and here you can get which address transfers the most TRX or the most other tokens in this page. And third is the statistic charts. Here we statistically every basis of TRON network, such as the TRX price, the energy usage, and then bandwidth usage. Here you can get multi-dimensional of the statistical data from TRON network. And at last, it's the proposal votes. Here you can easily get who agree with this proposal and who against this proposal votes. And this is a statistical work. And at last, I will introduce the user interactions. And here, Basically, for TRC20 tokens, it is a contract. So it only contains its name, symbol, and decimal and total supply, and these basic informations. But on TRONSCAN, you can see the social media, the homepage, and the white paper of this token. If these tokens here, they use the token record function to record this data on TRONSCAN. And also we have a login system. Here you can register with email or cell phone, and you can tag your addresses in your own way. And this is all the basic business of a blockchain browser. Okay, next I will introduce the technology optimization. And these are the three parts of this part. Okay, first I will show you some overview status of TRONSCAN. Here, our data records is over 8 billion, and the data size is 8.2 terabyte, and our QPS is 612. But the average response time still seems so good. It's 0.039 seconds. That's very fast. And 99% of response time is 0.251 seconds. I think this is a very good status. And in this page shows the code of the TRONSCAN data. Okay, and as I show the overview of the TRONSCAN, next I will briefly introduce the technology architecture of TRONSCAN. And here is the picture of the TRONSCAN architecture. Here I divide TRONSCAN into three modules. First is the display module. As I mentioned before, here the HTTP service and the WebSocket will get data from our cache and database level and show them in the different ways. And the data importer and the time task module are the import module. As I say, they are data collector modules. They are the important because we all depend on this import module to bring the data from the full node or the Solidity node to our own database. And third is the interactive module. It's just like I mentioned, you can record your token info and the logging system from this interactive module. And our upgrade of this technology architecture is here. We add a cache level. And using this cache level can increase the speed of the page loading time. So as you can see, the page loading time of TRONSCAN is increased a lot as we add this cache level. And next, I will introduce the technology upgrade of TRONSCAN and how we reduce the API response time and improve page loading time. First, we do the architecture upgrade. So here we upgrade our database to HBase and Redis and to reduce the API response time. As I mentioned before, the response time seems so good. And next, we will reduce the redundancy API calls as for the requests of TRONSCAN, we found some unnecessary requests. So we reduce the caching of front pages and reduce these unnecessary costs, and that will improve the page loading speed, as you can see in the home page. And the third, as I mentioned before, is the add cache level. And the cache layer is an important way to improve the API efficiency. And at last, it is the code optimization. We optimize our code to improve the efficiency and eliminate the hidden bugs. And these are technology upgrade of TRONSCAN. And at last, I will briefly talk about future plan of TRONSCAN. So first, And first, and the most important is TRONSCAN should provide stable services. And we will improve service stability and ensure system stability, and we will quickly deal with these bugs. And next, we will provide multi-dimensional statistics. And in the future, we will provide more dimensional statistics. As you can see on TRONSCAN, we have just online, such as token analysis. And in the future, we will do the account analysis and other functions. Third is the system optimization, and this is the work we always do, and this will reduce the API response time and improve the page loading efficiency, and this is our most important work. And this is a future plan of TRONSCAN, and this is the public account of TRONSCAN and TRON. You can scan this QR code to follow us, and thank you.